My name is Esther Kiaaina. I'm from Nanakuli, Oahu, and I live with my mother, who I help to caretake. Her name is Haunani. The values that my parents taught me that were contributing factors to my success included, first and foremost, respect. It was about hard work and sacrifice and commitment to community.
Esther grew up with family values from her own family in the Pacific and in Hawaii. And she reflects those. Those are all a part of her inner self, her na'au.
After graduating from the Kamehameha schools in 1981 and USC in 1985, Esther moved to Washington, D.C., beginning 20 years of service there, gaining skills, building relationships, and learning the intricacies of the legislative process in our nation's capital. She worked for 9 years as a legislative assistant for Senator Akaka, serving as the primary liaison for the Senate Indian Affairs Committee and the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee, while simultaneously completing her law degree at George Washington University. Esther then worked for 4 years as Chief of Staff and Legislative Director for Congressman Robert Underwood of Guam.
After working for Congressman Underwood, I then worked as Chief of Staff for Congressman Ed Case, who represented the 2nd Congressional District.
Her experience, it just is a wide range that has spanned those years that I think really gives her a depth that no other candidate can match.
Esther returned to Hawaii in 2007 and worked as a land asset manager for the Kamehameha schools, responsible for their agricultural and conservation lands in Liwaro, Oahu and the island of Molokai. And in 2009, Esther became the chief advocate for the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, overseeing the public policy, compliance monitoring, and community outreach programs.
And it's just, I think, a privilege for this state to have somebody of her caliber offer herself for public service, which she's already demonstrated she's committed to doing as a part of her career.
Probably the greatest lesson that I learned is the actual know-how on how Washington, D.C. works. I think it's very easy for people to say they know Washington, but I think it's another to actually get things done.
Esther has 21 years of experience in Washington on the Hill. She's not a neophyte. She's well-versed in what goes in Washington. She knows the people. She knows the players there. This experience is our advantage in Washington.
I actually believe that should I go back, I would be in a stronger position, because not only do I have all of the skill set that I learned, but I have come back to Hawaii. I better understand the landscape. I think it's important to live in the 2nd District so that you can understand the diversity that I explained about earlier. You can say, oh yes, I visited all of these areas and I understand it, but you need to feel it, you need to breathe it, you need to walk on the land. And I think in actually living in the 2nd District, but having a lot of ancestral ties and a lot of ohana on all of the various islands, it has made me the person that I am today.
I know that Esther will be a fighter. She'll be a champion, and I know that she's grounded. And the things that she will do will not only bear weight in the next 4 years or 8 years. She's very strategic in her thinking and decision making, and she will carry forward initiatives that will sustain itself over generations.
I'm Esther Kiaaina, and I approve this message.